a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzy, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Revenge of the Sis. It's a show. We do it.
Yay.
That's it.
That's it. That's about it. Hi.
What's up, guys? It's Monday.
Remember,
Yay.
under promise and under deliver.
I like it.
It's our tactic that has worked well for us for many years.
So it was cool out last night, and I fell asleep with my window open.
Whoa, was there the dog riding a skateboard with sunglasses and a cigarette?
It was that cool.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
I made the mistake last night of falling asleep with my window open.
Oh, no.
So my entire fucking head feels like a pressure cooker today. So that's fun.
There's a lot of pollen out there.
A little bit of pollen.
Yeah. Well, that's the other side of living in Florida, though. You get pollen a lot longer than most places. Forrest Mommy said it snowed where she was.
Ooh, that's
because she's
strange.
a frigid bitch.
That's not nice.
What? Is it? Yeah, is it not
Look,
accurate?
Forrest Mommy's a lot of things. Frigid is not one of them. She is a bitch.
She's a very welcoming woman.
Yeah, she is a bitch.
That is
I'll give you that.
welcoming woman. That's the worst. That's such a the nicest way you could call somebody a whore.
Yeah,
a
very
welcoming
welcoming.
woman, Virgie. Really?
No, the nicest way is calling them a fun girl.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
fun, girl. Yeah.
That's
No.
actually-
I got one. When women describe it, free spirit. I'm a free spirit.
Yep.
By the way, that was literally my way of nicely calling a girl a whore to her face back in the day, which you're a fun girl. Like anytime I'd be like fooling around with some chick and I'd be like, let's go fuck in the elevator or something, like, oh, you're a fun girl. That was my way of being, oh, you're a dirty little bitch, or you're a dirty little bird, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, we got too horny. Let me play this.
Our other top story tonight, massive crowds in downtown Los Angeles as Bernie Sanders and AOC bring their Fight the Oligarchy.
Have you seen the fucking
By the way, the O in AOC is Ozempic now, as you could tell. The fat comments got to her, so she slimmed down real quick.
Well, she's that congressional pharmacy, so they probably have like their own Ozempic. They got the Ozempic,
the one
you
that
don't even
doesn't
know
kill
about.
you.
Yeah, the one you don't even know about.
Right. Yeah.
But no, did you see the montage of Bernie Sanders talking about oligarchy
At Coachella?
No. This was a montage of him doing it He's been doing it since 1992.
Oh yeah.
It's a montage of him every year going, and America is sliding towards oligarchy. He says that line every year, once a year in a speech.
The problem with Bernie is like even old Bernie supporters, they all he completely lost all of them the moment he was like, no, they stole the election from me, but Hillary Clinton. At that moment, he lost like.
There are no Bernie bros anymore.
We said it before. Look, I don't like probably anything Bernie believes in, right? But that being said, I always, up until that moment, always thought, well, you say what you want about Bernie Sanders, but he says what he fucking believes, right? It's commie gobbledygook, but he believes it. But then the moment the DNC was like, just shut up. You still want to do your fucking job? Shut up. Just shut up and do what we say.
Get out of the fucking way. And he got out of the way.
And what happened?
Their message is gaining steam across the U.S., but today's rally was their biggest yet.
This is
Fox
the song,
11's Matthew Seedorf was there.
A sea of people shoulder to shoulder outside LA's City Hall.
Everything about that sentence would be a place I would not be at.
The largest crowd so far for New York
Nice
Congresswoman
fucking mom jeans. What is going on at this event?
She's going to run for president in 2028.
In those jeans? I hope not.
Alexandria
Those jeans. That was so catty. Yeah. That was really in those.
I'm going to run for president, not in those jeans. You're not.
You know, we're going to do this segment called Merce's Sassy Corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you roast them.
Girl, no.
That's the segment. All right, Merce's segment.
I do segment
Girl,
called
no.
Cortez. There are people a half a mile away. And Vermont Senator Bernie.
Big Dodgers fan, are you?
Never in the history of Los Angeles has anyone that's been this excited for an old Jewish man.
No, he likes that. He's part of the LA Draft Dodgers.
Sanders here on their nationwide tour called Fight Oligarchy.
Money in politics.
Money now, me money, please.
You know, it's funny. It's like nobody takes these people serious. Like, dude, in a matter of a couple years, we were on this show and we were like, I felt this immense pressure of like, we're going to say something wrong, but we're going to lose all our shit. These fucking people, what's going to happen? And now it's, you see these people, you're like, these guys are jokes.
Yeah, everything's a joke.
Yeah.
Everything after the unpleasantness of 2020 has just been a fucking joke.
And it's been great. For us, at least.
Hands of oligarchy, Los
Angeles. He's passing down the oligarchy baton. And she's going to use it to beat someone over the head with it.
That's it. It's your oligarchy now. You got the juice now.
And we can build this world together. Plays in the background as he walks away to the sunset.
You missed a really great opportunity to not to play Get On Your Feet. That's the one. That's the jam right there.
Hold on.
Please do the Get On Your Feet clip.
Matthew Seedorf was there.
A sea of people.
There it is.
Trying to do the tiny steps.
I gotta play it. It is one of the funniest. It is one of the funniest clips. Hold on, I'll play it. I'm gonna play it.
This reminds me of that Hillary rally with the Macarena.
Oh my god.
Oh god, remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I never in 1.5 million years would have guessed that fucking Chris Pratt would be a literal megastar.
He's in everything.
Megastar.
Yeah.
And he's so schlubby looking in this show. Like you have no idea. Like, oh, he's gonna get Hollywood fit and become an actual.
Remember
actor.
when they tried to cancel him from wearing a "Don't Tread on Me" shirt? That was, or what was the other one? For going to church?
Going to church.
That was the funniest one. But by the way, it shows you how liked he is that none of it worked.
It's just so bizarre, man. You go back and watch that show, he's just a schlubby.
Bro, when he was like,
that's what I mean. And it's like, I never thought he was going to be fucking Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Here on their nationwide tour called Fight Oligarchy.
Money in politics is the hands of oligarchy, Los Angeles.
So I need your money. How does this work again?
Money, please.
Hey, I have an idea. Fight oligarchy. Cool. How about fight Oli London? Can we go? I could
I
get
like
that.
that.
Yeah,
That
how
was
about
Let's go.
let's all get behind fighting Ollie London.
We're fighting a president who undermines.
We will make Ollie London Korean again. We have the technology.
They're gonna deport him to Korea too.
We will make him a Korean liberal again.
That's part of Project 2025.
It's our Constitution every day. Both Sanders and AOC targeting President Donald Trump.
A few days ago, ICE officials attempted to enter 2 LAUSD schools to target kids.
Okay.
And
were they here illegally?
Highlighting the president's immigration policies. He is illegally abolishing agencies that Congress created.
Did you see the El Salvadorian president today?
I think I saw him. Yeah, what was you know?
Because they were like, yeah, you guys have a American citizen there. What are you going to do about that? Are you going to bring him back? And he's like, oh, yeah, I don't have the authority to do that. It's his country. And he's like, yeah, I don't have the authority.
That's not me.
I'm not in charge of that department.
Work by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. The oligarchy will concede nothing. At a time where the leader of the Democratic Party is
But you've been fighting the oligarchy for like 40 years, and the oligarchy's gotten bigger, and you've gotten richer.
Remember when he had his honeymoon in the USSR?
Mm-hmm. Remember when he got caught driving his fucking Audi?
Yeah. Here you go.
We're gonna keep fighting the oligarchy until they bring back the Gorgonzola steak.
It's Olive Garden. This is Caitlin Collins asking him a question.
Your administration says was mistakenly deported.
Here you go.
The
This
man who
one,
was
right?
mistakenly deported to El Salvador.
Well, let me ask Pam, would you answer that question?
Sure, President. First and foremost, he was illegally in our country. He had been illegally in our country. And in 2019...
Hey, Pam. That's cool. Where are the Epstein files?
Yeah, I thought we were going to get the Epstein files.
Yeah, Pamela.
2 courts, an immigration court and an appellate.
Did you see when Gretchen Whitmer was hiding her face with a folder? She was, hey, Birchie. She was at like Trump's last thing I forget what her reasoning was, but she was in the corner. She was hiding her face with a folder. Yeah.
That's really funny.
Appellate immigration court ruled that he was a member of MS-13 and he was illegally in our country. Right now, it was additional paperwork had needed to be done. That's a precedent that if, as El Salvador wants to return him, this is international matters, foreign affairs, if they wanted to return him, we would facilitate.
Here it is.
Governor Whitmer, this story, I'm going to give it to Charlie because he's the one that brought it to my attention.
Well, it's really funny
and it's just too much.
because, of course, Donald Trump is in the Oval Office talking about some of his key accomplishments, not the least of which is his new tack.
Fox and Friends weekend
trade.
really feels like some kind of bizarro Fox and Friends, right?
Yeah. You know what it feels like? Those infomercials that used to come on before the cartoons on Saturday?
Yes.
And like I'm waiting for them to sell me some sort of like brain magnet or something.
Brain magnet or an amulet like Russell Brand.
Oh, hell yeah. Or Russell Brand's cock ring, Katy Perry, who we're about to talk about in a second.
Yeah, you see, I'm wearing this magical amulet, and it helps me to stop the Wi-Fi signals from preventing me rapes.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yes.
Makes sense.
United States, and Gretchen Whitmer winds up in the Oval Office, and as she's there, and
I thought this was a fake fight.
I did too.
It's not.
I did too. When I first saw it,
she covered her face.
I had to actually go to the New York Times.
She didn't want to be caught in the Oval Office with Trump.
Make sure Eric Lee, who's a magnificent photographer for the New York Times, snapped this picture. She's in the Oval Office with Trump, and Trump is like signing different EOs. And at one point, he's talking about efforts to get rid of some invasive fish in some of the Great Lakes, and turns to her, and she comes out and starts talking about it, and she's in support of what he's doing. She also says that she's in support of what Donald Trump is doing with tariffs and.
Okay. Hold on.
That is the funniest picture, bro. What a goofy bitch.
Somebody said when a cute boy says he has a crush on you in high school.
Dude, the Lisa Frank binder was such a nice touch.
That is fucking fantastic.
Oh, fuck. That's one of the best photos. Let's see. Oh, we ran for the Bernie bullshit.
The oligarchy.
New at 5, toy stores are in the business of selling fun, of course, but the Trump tariffs are raising some concerns among small family-run toy retailers.
Okay, first of all, there are small family-run toy retailers left.
I'm sorry, I have a question.
They don't even have Toys R Us anymore.
Yeah. So, okay. What kind of niche market is this that's selling toys, and do kids still buy toys?
We're bringing toys back to America. We're going to make the American child pull a small wooden train again.
You know what this is about, Royce? You know what this is about? This is about motherfuckers like McFarlane Toys and toys for adults.
Yes.
This is Funko Pops and shit, dog.
Oh, these are for the weebs. These are like this for the weeb shit?
Oh,
yeah.
Grow up.
That's what this is, and they're trying to say it's about kids. It's not.
It's not, because you're right. It's only adults buy figurines and stuff nowadays.
They're action figures.
Yeah, kids are buying video games and Galaxy Gas.
Kids are buying Galaxy Gas and Delta 8 vapes at gas stations.
Yes, they're not
That's
buying
really good
toys.
point, yeah.
tells us that
It's weird how we fucking switched roles in this country.
uncertainty comes down to where the toys come from.
The 90-day Trump
Whoa, what's up, bud? What's up with that hair?
reciprocal tariff pause affects every
It's adult toys, all right? Let's call this what it is. It's a veto tax.
Hey, can they veto tax food?
Tariff pause affects every country except China. For local toy stores, that's unfortunate news because industry groups say more than 75% of toys come from China.
I mean, that sounds like the whole reason we're doing this.
When you walk the aisles of
Show the customers. Show the customers.
Yeah, you know what? I want to see this. Let's see these toys.
You walk the aisles of Kazoo Toys in Buckhead.
Kazoo Toys in Buckhead?
Do you guys have the new Warhammer 40K?
It's easy to see why this is a child's dream.
This is my building area here.
But if you look closely, you'll notice time and time again, the fun that's for sale wasn't made in the U.S.
You guys stock a lot of different toys here. Where do most of them come from?
Most of them come from China.
Okay, but to be fair, right, we could go to Home Depot and do the same game.
Yeah.
What percentage?
I would say probably 85 to 90%.
That high percentage has caused
only sell American-made toys. I don't know what you want to tell you.
the level of concern and uncertainty for husband-wife team Whitney and Joe Novak, the owners of Kazoo Toys. With the talk of tariffs and China being a huge supplier of the toys they sell, they're stocking up on some top sellers. Whitney says they've shelled out about $10,000 to pre-order toys before the 145% tariff on China impacts prices.
That's smart. Good for you. Stock up on them.
I think a lot of our vendors have a lot of product stateside already, and so it wouldn't necessarily affect it immediately, but it's a little nerve-wracking to think that it's probably going to come through and be hitting
Who goes into an actual toy store?
This
I
has
don't
to
understand
be,
this.
This has to be some fucking super rich liberal neighborhood area where it's like they take little kids in to buy some stuff.
Yes.
With DC World Pride just 5 weeks away, organizers say they're worried it's not safe right now for trans people to travel here to.
What is this not safe for trans people? Like, the highest risk of a trans person hurting themselves, getting hurt, is by themselves. Like, it's not no one is. There's not mobs of people that are beating up trans people and saying this is MAGA country.
No.
To the U.S.
It's possible that we may actually issue a statement telling trans folks internationally not
folks. What is it with everyone saying folks now?
To come, or if they come at their own risk.
It comes as the Trump administration has enacted a number of.
What does this have to do with you not feeling safe at a parade?
Anti-transgender policies, such as a military ban on trans service members. That's now been halted by a federal judge. The Trump administration also says it only recognizes 2 unchangeable sexes, male and female. And moving forward, any new passports issued must reflect the person's sex.
I
at
wouldn't
birth.
have believed 10 years ago if you told me that this was going to be the thing we're debating.
It's crazy, right?
With
Hey.
just 2 genders. The fact that we're sitting here wasting time debating all of this.
Hey, Mersh, remember when your mom said it was going to be a slippery slope? And you thought she was crazy?
I thought she was a fucking nut job.
Me fucking too, bud.
I
used
made
to
fun
think
of
that
her.
I had a high school teacher that I wish I could go back and be like, bro, you were fucking right about everything.
Yeah.
You were fucking right about everything, dude.
I remember being a young person and just being like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot! Stop it!" Yeah,
They
all
just
right.
want to get married,
Yeah.
Mom.
Right, bestiality and pedophilia is gonna be rampant, right? And now we literally have furries.
That's the worst out of everything. Out of everything, the furries is the worst. Like, I think that is the spawn of Satan right there.
I wish I could go back in time and have a conversation with my mom and just be like, "By the way, you're totally right." And they have these things. They're called furries. You're even more right than you knew. It's insane. Me trying to explain what a furry is to my mother as she's dying of cancer would just be one of the most surreal things ever. Yeah. No, they're furries. So they dress up like animals, but they also fuck animals. And sometimes kids. It's wild.
And sometimes kids.
They're having pit bull and child orgies, Ma.
There
It's
you go.
wild.
Something like this, Marsh. Speech therapy. Look. Nice. Get ready.
Gummy worms and monsters.
There he is. There you go, Marsh. You meant like this?
Well, of course you haven't spoken in 4 weeks. You're a dog.
Honestly, I have an idea. I didn't know that this was a big deal, like that these furries were all going nonverbal. I want to start like they do like the like the boot camp, right, for like the kids that are bad.
Yeah.
And they act up and stuff. Can you imagine if somebody just came to me and they're like, "My adult son is refusing to speak. He's nonverbal for 4 weeks now." I would literally go into the garage, come out with a wrench and like some other just fucking torture tools and be like, "Give me 10 minutes. I'll make him talk."
Yeah, he'll talk.
He'll fucking talk. He will. I promise you, within 10 minutes, he will be making noises again.
But what a dumb, like the things that we've just let go to here.
Yeah, you need to beat the words out of this young man. Is my medical opinion. I couldn't imagine doing this when I was like 8 and not getting completely like yelled at by my family. What are
You'd be
you
like,
doing?
What are you doing?
You're not a dog.
You're a person.
That's allowed when you're like 4 and they're running around. And it really is only allowed if you have a dog and your kid's playing with your dog and imitating the dog.
Yeah.
If your kid's just acting like a dog out of the blue, you get that fucking kid help right away.
This is something that my community
Oh,
faces
God.
every
Why?
What? Okay. So that's clearly a female to male, right?
day, is worrying whether or not the
Yes.
space is going to be safe for them.
Devin Ojeda works with advocates for trans equality. Wow. He says he and his trans friends often worry about being targeted or harassed.
Okay. Worry, but is it happening? Is it actually happening, or you're just worried?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because that's like most of the conversations around your community has to do with all of your internalized worry and self-hatred. It has nothing to do with us. I got to go to work.
Yeah, I'm not going to be anybody.
Like, I got shit to do.
Listen.
He's got to go to the gym later. Just get out of the way. Stop
Listen,
it.
Sure. Listen, will I walk by and maybe snicker and like say something about? Yeah, sure, of course. But am I going to hurt anybody? I don't care enough.
Also, you're probably like, I'm also a semi-polite person, at least out in public. So I'm not going to seek you out either and be
care.
like, you fucking fruit. Like, I don't do that.
He did that to Chris Jericho, though, in Vegas.
I did. I was like, you fucking fruit. Learning tree my ass. Oh, actually, he was very nice.
Bro.
No, but it's like, we don't, like he said, we'll probably like you'll walk by us at a restaurant, and then when you're seated and you're far away from us, we're all going to start snickering and shit. Little load of that fucking weirdo. But it's like, that's all. By the way, I'm a fat fuck, and I like sometimes I walk around, especially on my day off, just fucking sweatpants and a t-shirt with a hole in it, and I'll walk into the store. You think I don't know that there's people probably going, look at this bum. I don't care. I'm there to get cigarettes. I got a whole fucking day planned here. How do you go through life like this? How do you spend all day just, are they making fun of me? I bet that guy's making fun of me. This is why I can't be visible.
It is wild.
Fuck.
I don't want to be around normal people. I don't want to talk to normal people. Like,
Virg doesn't even want to be around his family. So, I mean, honestly.
No, I
and
don't.
the feeling's mutual.
Yeah, no, trust me. I'm very aware. She's writing another letter on that paper on the fridge. Every day, Virg. You haven't forgotten. Every day.
Yeah.
Understands if people decide not to attend World Pride out of safety concerns. But he also feels it's important
I wouldn't attend World Pride either, out of safety concerns.
Yeah.
the community to come.
Oh, good kids.
Come together.
I also am in
they're
the
always there.
mindset of always continuing to be in these spaces, to say, you know, I am trans, I am visible, and
okay, yeah, everyone's visible.
You're not going to take.
Not John Cena.
Honestly, thank God trans people aren't invisible. Imagine what they'd be doing to your kids in those bathrooms. We wouldn't even be arguing about the fucking. We wouldn't even be arguing about gendered bathrooms.
Trans Hollow Man is the scariest film I could imagine.
Hollow Ma'am.
Hollow Ma'am.
Hollow Ma'am.
Hollow Ma'am.
Hollow Ma'am. Let's make it.
Still Kevin Bacon, though, right?
Yes.
It's still
Yeah,
Kevin
except
Bacon.
he has to tuck his penis.
He's in a wig. That's the only thing he does is he puts on his shitty wig.
Somebody called Daily Wire. We're going to revive their filmmaking division.
Why does it have an Israeli area code?
Well, you know why.
Added by the news that World Pride may ask trans people to stay away.
That's hilarious.
So you guys are excluding yourselves from your own
That's
parades?
actually hilarious.
Now you know how we feel.
Can you issue a thing for us to stay away too?
I mean, I'm not going to go anyway, but
you know, but that way it'll feel good that I'll be like, I can't go.
I can't go. You weren't letting me.
It's really shameful that you all are having to consider making statements like that when that is literally the intent is for an international safe space for everyone to come together. It's really heartbreaking.
Guys, this is falling apart. Your whole fucking thing is falling apart, and it's so funny to see.
World Pride organizers say they're expecting about 2 million
Wait, so
people
you saying an entire community based off being sad isn't proliferating?
No.
No. A community that's based on being sad and cannot naturally procreate.
Mm-hmm. One side saying, hey, man, just leave me alone. And their side is saying, okay, I hear you, but what if we castrate children? And you're like, wait a second.
I like this idea.
They just wanted to get married.
Guys, it's not a slippery
It's not.
Starting to think that's not a fallacy.
and they're working on extensive security measures. Those include fencing, security checks,
Damn, you're
police
the whitest Asian girl I've ever seen.
as well as web surveillance to monitor for any threats being made.
Web surveillance by whom? Who's surveilling the web?
The NSA.
It's made. Okay.
And now for what I know you've all been waiting for, I'd like to give
This
you
was
my book
crazy.
report
Yeah.
on my visit to the White House. And hurling insult at Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away.
We also
some of us like doing that.
Yeah. We also share a love of black prostitutes.
And let me
Hell yeah, brother.
But don't we all? Hey, Mersh. Glass houses, Mersh. Glass houses.
I was watching this clip of Charleston White last night where he's just like, I love buying pussy. I love that, man. I love buying. I like a girl who sell pussy.
Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country.
He's centrist now?
Yeah, he's a centrist.
Now he's a centrist.
We're all pivoting. We're all pivoting, Royce.
Than hating each other every
I mean,
minute.
to be fair, though, with the current Overton window,
I guess that's true.
He is kind of a centrist.
So
I don't care. He built this Overton window.
He did.
So fuck him.
Yeah, him and his illegal immigrant Mexicans built the window.
Thank you.
You drank the fuck out of it, dog.
This would be like if fucking 8 years ago we handed the right wing to Christopher Cantwell, and then me and Royce later on were going, well, I don't know about hating all black people. And it's like, well, no, you did this.
Yeah.
You literally gave the reins to the I hate black people guy.
Yeah,
what
that's
did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay, so meet up in person. Maybe it'll be different. Spoiler alert, it was. First good sign, before I left for the Capitol, I had my staff collect and print out this list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me.
He signed it. Am I looking at that right? Did he sign it? Did Trump sign that? That's fucking... Hold on. That's fucking hilarious.
Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog. His show is dead.
This is really good.
There's 60. I brought this to the White House because I wanted him to sign it, which he did.
It's hilarious.
That's very fucking funny.
That was both the funniest thing Bill Maher could have done and the funniest thing
Trump could have done. That's fair, yeah.
Which he did with good humor. And I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened. Oh my God, Bill, are you going to say something nice about him? What I'm going to do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't give a fuck.
The super pivot is, you're right, is crazy.
So, no, I didn't go MAGA. And to the president's credit, there was no pressure to. After we left the Oval Office, he showed me the little room off the office, you know, the one where Clinton used to.
Yeah.
Okay. The blowjob room, okay?
It is the blowjob.
It's the White House, dude. Every room is the blowjob room.
If I was president.
Amen, brother. turning the White House into a trap house.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, yes.
More. That's where they keep them.
He's painting the White House hot pink with Louis Vuitton pattern. I mean, it's so ratchet in there right now.
Did you hear the president's fucking Megan Thee Stallion? Like, this is a little out of control.
Merch, no. It is. And he gave me a bunch of hats, but he didn't ask me to take a picture in one, which I appreciated. The guy I met is not the person who the night before the dinner shit-tweeted a bunch of nasty crap about how he thought this dinner was a bad idea and what a deranged asshole I was. I read it and thought, oh, what a lovely way to welcome someone to your house.
That's so funny.
But when I got there, that guy wasn't living there. Now, does Trump want respect? Of course, who doesn't? My friend said to me, what are you going to wear to the White House? I said, I don't know, but I'm not going to dress like Zelensky, I'll tell you that.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. Okay, sorry, that was really funny. That one got me.
Okay.
I wish Bill would award his out-of-touch cool guy rock pants,
His
leather jacket.
His, what's the name of his stupid show?
A flip. Which one?
No, the fucking podcast he does.
Oh,
Club something.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Anyway, but yeah.
Just for starters, he laughs. I'd never seen him laugh in public, but he does.
I've seen. Okay, Bill, you're lying. I've seen Trump laugh,
including at himself. And it's not fake. Believe me, as a
Yeah,
comedian
remember the clip of him talking shit right before the election?
Yeah.
When he's like, yeah, I think they're going to run Kamala. I think that's a great idea. I'll destroy that dumb bitch.
years, I know a fake laugh when I hear it. And I thank you for them. But, okay, example. In the Oval Office, he was showing me the portraits of presidents, and he pointed to Reagan and said, in all seriousness, you know, the best thing about him, his hair.
God damn it, that's funny. And honestly, looking back, he might be right. He
had a great head of hair.
I said, well, there was also that whole bringing down communism thing, waiting for the button next to the Diet Coke button to get pushed and I go through the trap door. But no, he laughed, he got it. I said to him at one point, Mr. President, you know the dog, that's unusual in the White House. He said, well, a lot of the presidents, they had a dog for political reasons. I said, no, people love dogs, that's what that is. Oh yeah, okay, that's true.
So what you're saying is that like he's like a normal dude?
I have always said one of the things I don't like about Trump. It's a little weird that he does not like dogs.
It is weird. I agree with that.
I find that to be weird because that is a thing that I think like bonds all of us as humans, right? You see a doggy or you see a kitty, you're an average person goes, oh, look at that little fucker. What are you doing, little guy?
I'm all about Apollo, the bird.
See, I got him hooked on Apollo now.
Marie got Marie hooked on it too.
I watch Apollo videos like fucking
chewing.
every day. No chewing.
Laugh.
You know what's funny now? Every time I'm playing Fallout when I do a game stream, every time something goes wrong, somebody in my chat will go, it's a bug.
It's a bug.
It's a bug.
I'm telling you what happened. At one point, we were walking through his amazing tour of the whole house. And I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but it must have been something with the 2020 election because I know he used the word lost. And I distinctly remember saying, wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. He didn't get mad. He's much more self-aware than he lets on in public.
Kind of like you though, Bill, right? Like, I hope you are, because if not, you're one of those weird dudes who's just...
I don't think Bill is that self-aware. I mean, again, he's the one dressing up like, was it Club Random?
Club Random.
There you go. Dressing up all cool for Bella Thorne.
Oh,
like,
God, that was one of the most cringe things we ever played.
Look, I get it. It doesn't matter who he is at a private dinner with a comedian. It matters who he is on the world stage. I'm just taking as a positive that this person exists because everything I've ever not liked about him was, I swear to God, absent, at least on this night with this guy. Bob, Kid Rock, told me the night before, he said, if you want to get a word in
we all
edgewise,
just start
you're gonna
calling
have
him
to cut
Bob? Just dismissively call him Bob. Shut up, Bob.
Just go on. Not at all. I've had so many conversations with prominent people who are much less connected, people who don't look you in the eye, people who don't really listen because they just want to get to their
I know Neil deGrasse Tyson's been on your show, but like who else?
next thing, people whose response to things you say just doesn't track like, what? None of that with him. And he mostly steered the conversation to, what do you think about this? I know, your mind is blown, so's mine.
No, it's not. See, your guys' mind is blown because you fucking like made this like cartoon super villain out of him, and it was like
Hitler on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. You were calling him a Nazi.
There were so many moments when I hit him with a joke or contradicted something, and no problem. At dinner, he was asking me about the nuclear situation in Iran in a very genuine, hey, I think you're a smart guy, I want your opinion sort of way. And I said, well, obviously you're privy to things about it I'm not, but for what it's worth, I thought the Obama deal was worth letting play out because we made Iran destroy 98% of the uranium, and they were 15...
Yeah, they really did that, by the way.
Yeah, they sure totally did that.
Yeah,
also,
no, they really did it. They really did that, for sure.
Also, how much uranium do you need for a nuclear weapon?
Years away from
about 2%.
And then I said to him, but we got rid of that. You got rid of that. He didn't get mad or call me a left-wing lunatic. He took it in. I told him I thought parts of his plan for Gaza were wacky, but that I had supported him in the idea that Gaza could be Dubai instead of hell. I told him he was wrong when he tweeted the night before that I was critical of all things Trump. Not true. Check the tapes. Moving Israel's embassy to Jerusalem, loved it.
Yeah, you like hold on.
What?
Hold on.
All the Jew stuff.
You like all the Israel stuff.
The border did need to be controlled. I'm glad the cops are getting their morale back. DEI had gone too far. Biological men shouldn't be playing women's sports. Europe should pay for their defense. And of course, it makes sense that Arab countries should take in Arab refugees, like the million Syrians who wound up in Germany when Saudi Arabia took none. He said to me, "You're right, they took none." I said, "Well, you should remind your boyfriend in Saudi Arabia that the next time you see him." He laughed. I never felt I had to walk on.
What did you think he was? Okay, that's my point.
What do you think he was going to do? Punch you in the stomach?
But Bill's doing the same thing you were talking earlier about trans people, where he made like this fucking monster in his brain, right? Look, man, like Trump, hate Trump. Look, we've criticized Trump plenty, and there's a lot of stuff Trump does that we've liked over the years. But the one thing is like, and I say this again, whether you love him or hate him, you cannot be a real estate tycoon in New York City if you do not know how to handle different type of people with different type of personalities and know how to talk to them, and also being able to take a joke. You know what I mean?
Eggshells around him. And honestly, I voted for Clinton and Obama, but I would never feel comfortable talking to them the way I was able to talk with Donald Trump. That's just how it went down. Make of it what you will. Me, I feel it's emblematic of why the Democrats are so unpopular these days. He was even okay when I checked him on the orangutan lawsuit. He was. He said to Dana White, "You know, Bill said my father was an orangutan, and I really love my father." And I said, "Well, Mr. President, I did that because I didn't like what you were doing regarding Obama's birth origins. I thought that was low." Again, no anger, just a little smile as if to say, "Yeah, I get it." The most surreal part of the whole night was when I got home. I flew back right after the dinner, and I'm in bed watching 60 Minutes from the...
With my black prostitute.
With my black prostitute.
With my black prostitute.
The night before. And there's Trump in one of their stories, standing at a podium in a room that looked to me like one of the rooms and places we'd just been in. And he's ranting, "Disgusting, you're a terrible person." And I'm like, who's that guy? What happened to Glinda the Good Witch?
Bill, I know what you're trying to do, and I'm going to help you out here. This isn't going to work. He's doing this thing, and I've already seen the backlash. Bill's already crazy, where he's trying to like be like, look, he's a normal guy, whatever. He took jokes or whatever, but at the end, he's still trying to save his credibility with still kind of making fun of him and poking fun at him.
Of course, he's still got to.
Problem is, you fucked up, dude. I mean, I've already saw JoJo from Jurors and Brooke Defiant, all that. Bill Maher's a loser. Bill Maher's an owl. Bill Maher's a right winger now. Bill Maher, and that's it. It's too late, bro. That's how it is now.
He had a dinner.
So you don't even have to try to do this thing. It's too late now, bro. Guess what, Bill? Whether you put that hat on or not and took a photo, not in our eyes, but at least in their eyes, you're a MAGA now, dude. MAGA Maher. Get ready, dude. That's what's happening. They're going to start calling you MAGA Maher.
And why can't we get
Bill Maher,
the
the MAGA guy?
I mean, the public guy. And I'm not saying it's our responsibility to do that. It's not. I'm just reporting exactly what I saw over 2.5 hours. I went into the mine, and that's what's down there. A crazy person doesn't live in the White House. A person who plays a crazy person on TV a lot lives there, which I know is fucked up. It's just not as fucked up as I thought it was. And I have no illusions now that I'm back to work at my job that he might start a new list.
Listen, bud, I know you're trying to turn this as some sort of W for you, but it's just not. Like, this end part, where the saving face part is so cringe.
Just say, you know.
Just say, man, you know, he's all right. You know, I don't particularly like his politics, but whatever. Genocide Circus, there's a message gaining steam from them blowing smoke up people's ass. Dodd's Place says, my grandma and uncle died yesterday, but did you know, Jesus, you know what sucks more? This show. Really, though, you guys are great. Shit, man.
Okay, I think he's kidding.
Dr. Jizz Respect says,
Dr. Jizz Respect.
Yeah, Dr. Jizz Respect. Why is this furry barking at my wife? Dot's Place says, what happened to the person who signed Obama's birth certificate? I forgot.
That's very good.
President Trump has just added some exemptions to the new tariffs on China. Smartphones, computers, and other electronics are now exempt from the reciprocal tariffs.
So basically,
This
the biggest.
Well, they had to do that because he just talked Apple into building a fucking factory here.
Yeah.
Is according to a bulletin posted by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Trump's total 145% tariffs on all goods from China was expected to hit tech companies like Apple, which relies on China to assemble the iPhone. And this comes as China implemented a 125% tax on U.S. goods.
So, again, it doesn't matter.
We don't send you anything.
I keep saying that. It doesn't matter. Okay, I wanted to get to this. I've been trying to get to this.
This is
I
great.
haven't
By
seen
the way,
this. I haven't seen this.
Can I make a request?
Mm-hmm.
I want the audience any and all clips of this woman because she's been making the rounds. I got to give props to Major Tom who's covering this on Saturday night.
Okay.
And it was I can't wait for you to see this.
Okay, I haven't seen this. I've read the story, so I'm kind of aware of what's going on, but I haven't seen the video.
In Los Angeles, a woman says she went to a Staples store to have some postcards printed, but then she claims a store employee refused. She calling the materials that she wanted printed racist. Now, that customer is a Black Orthodox Jewish woman. The
Okay,
get ready.
Called racist.
How can you be Black Orthodox Jewish? How can you be Black Jewish Orthodox?
Ethiopian.
Postcards were messages about Jewish joy.
Today, just a reminder, I refuse to allow my Jewish identity to be defined by the hate I face. Instead, I define it by Jewish culture, Jewish food, and all forms of Jewish joy that I discover daily. Okay, I mean, that's fine.
And Zionism. She says the employee canceled the order after telling her it was ready for pickup. And Elishava Rishon, the customer, captured the entire exchange on her cell phone camera.
We're not able to print anything that has any racist messaging.
Okay, look, I don't heard about it. I'm just going by what I'm seeing. I don't really think anything. What was racist about that?
What is racist about?
Zionist, specifically.
Zionist is not racism, and then I am Black.
I understand that I am too, but I'm also Arab. So I do understand the definition of Zionism.
Oh, so this is an Arabic.
This is an Arab versus Jew thing.
I see.
This is something you can definitely get sued for, because you blatantly refuse to print out cards saying Jewish joy only. You're an anti-Semite.
Rishon says a store manager also refused to print the cards. The employee at Staples later posted a video on his Instagram account defending his actions. He said Rishon wanted to print cards promoting Zionism, but the store has a policy against any type of racist messaging. And he added,
This is what you get for creating a country full of fucking crybabies.
Yeah.
I'm racist. I don't like this. I'm offended by this. Just print the
I'm
fucking
giving you the
cards.
money. Print it, asshole.
You just go on about your day.
Ideology toward Arab people. He has since deleted the video and his...
Yeah, because he's about to be deleted from his job.
By the way, Walgreens now does FedEx printing. You can go to Walgreens and nobody there even speaks English or cares.
Mm-hmm.
I could go in there. I did printing something this weekend. I could go in there and print fucking swastika flyers that say "kill all ends," and they wouldn't even care.
No.
They'd be like, "Okay, sir, it'll be 2847, please. There you go. Here is your flyers."
Instagram account. We tried to reach him, but have so far not been able to. Staples says it is aware of the recent interaction between a customer and an associate at one of our stores in Los Angeles, California, and is currently investigating the circumstances involving this altercation. It adds it remains committed to serving all customers and continues to work hard to ensure respectful and professional
Seems like Staples is stuck between a Jew and a Muslim place.
interactions in all situations.
Seems like you're stuck between a rock and a tank.
All right, we're joined now by
the country Iraq?
Iraq.
Okay.
You wore that to the news?
Oh, Pessy, have you seen this woman yet?
I haven't. This is new for me. Have you seen this woman yet, Pessy?
I've scrolled past this, but didn't register
I
it.
can't wait for you to hear her. Oh my God,
Hey-
I can't wait for you to hear this.
Hey, Pessy, what part of Jewish culture did the neck rings come from?
Oh, the gold.
Okay.
Elishava Rishon and her attorney, Gerard
When she
Politi.
gets plates in her lips, they're going to be ones for a Passover Seder.
Senior counsel.
Also, the correct answer earlier was Staples is stuck between a river and a sea.
Oh,
That's
you go.
good.
I like that one.
The Lawfare Project. Elishava, I've actually seen what it is you're trying to print. I don't even know what he's talking about. Do you talk about Zionism? Do you say the word Zionism? And why is that so objectionable?
Even if she did,
Goes,
though.
She goes, all the time. All the time, I say.
Okay, well, I want to start it from the very beginning. What happened on Monday night is I was home. I didn't plan to go out at all because I was...
If I close my eyes, that's just an old Jewish woman.
Yes.
Hold on, let me close my eyes.
exhausted from a whole day at work.
I was
and I called-
exhausted, and I came in. I wanted
what
to just
is
get my
going-
things printed, and they
Okay.
wouldn't print my things.
Why does she
Yo,
talk
yo,
like that?
yo, what it is, my fucking Schwarzes? How are we doing?
I would never expect a chick this black to sound like that.
What's happening? Why does she sound like that, though? Where is she raised?
Called the store.
I thought the Staples employee had a lot of chutzpah coming at me like that.
Yeah, I mean...
I think the Staples employee, frankly, was trifling.
And he answered the phone and was very enthusiastic and told me that he printed out my order and it was ready for pickup and he was excited to see me soon. So I didn't just walk into the store. He told me it was ready for pickup. And
So
that
now
was
you're
just-
talking about I've wasted gas, I've driven in there. That's my time. It's worth a lot of money. So we're suing for that as well.
Imagine talking like that, but also having ashy elbows. Like, that's gotta suck.
That's the ploy to lure me there to create this
Well,
whole
she's
situation.
acidic, so double ashy.
Oh, come on.
Now, I had two projects in the order, in the exact same order. One was for the BJZ squad, and one was for Jewish Joy. And the BJZ squad, it's a safe space for Black Jewish Zionists, and we engage.
How many are those?
Whoa, okay, so she does say Zionist.
BJZ
does
does
say-
uplift Black Jewish Zionists, but so what? I mean, even if they did.
It's funny.
with the Black American community, the Jewish community.
It
we
was
create
very,
spaces for
very hurtful.
nuance to
I'm
discuss
suing
things
them. I'm
without
suing Staples. I'm also suing the Staples Center. Because I think, honestly, I lost money on LeBron James this year.
It looks like a gag. Like it's a gag.
That feels
Bro, and when I say nuance, I
It's
mean
like a Mad TV character.
I was going to say specifically, this feels like a Deborah Wilson character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It really does.
criticism as well.
This feels
You know
like.
what it- oh my God, Bryce.
remember when Deborah Wilson actually did Dr. Melfi from The Sopranos?
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of.
And also, the Jewish Joy cards have absolutely positively nothing at all.
Nothing
about
at all.
Zionism.
She's even got the date. Like she went nothing at all.
This is what Whoopi Goldberg should sound like.
Yes.
Yes. Royce, tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right.
Oh, yep, I remember
You
this.
guys are gonna die. Yup.
I found true love and happiness.
And I found the guy of my dreams.
And you too can enjoy interracial splendor on the mitzvah train. So why not climb aboard the mitzvah train, the city's premier Afro-Judeo video dating service?
Afro-Judeo.
Bridge some of those cultural gaps while doing the wild thing.
You'll find you have have more in common than you thought. Slavery, hard to manage hair, Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay, that was really good.
Hey, maybe your grandfather was your date's slumlord.
Mine was.
Maybe your grandpa was your date's slumlord.
Why not give it a try?
That's right. I didn't know a matzo ball from a basketball. Till I met Mitzi.
Ahmad taught me the Roger Rabbit dance, and I was even able to try it out at a Kool Mo D concert.
I love my Yiddish mama so much, I've had myself circumcised. Twice. And I'm thinking about going back for another cut.
So come on down to Mitzvah Train. And remember, we're not only the owners of the Mitzvah Train,
but we're also clients.
This is so fucking stupid.
She was a client.
More Israel on it.
Sorry,
But when you
more.
see the film, you see that he's lying to the manager. and
Lying.
saying that I'm anywhere near that Staples.
Lying.
And I don't understand why he couldn't have just done this over the phone.
Yeah.
It's like he wanted a
Little Yid.
spectacle. And if
It's
you're
like
also
that
watching
time
the film,
Hitler
and you
put
also
us all on the boats.
hear him say, "She just came here to argue." No, I did not. I came here because you told me to come here to pick up my order.
Gerard, is there? Let me hold on one second. I just
Gerard,
want to
can
get.
you fill us in and make it sound a little less Jewy, please?
Oh, he's going to be Jewish, too.
Remotely objectionable on these posters she was trying to have printed?
Not only is there nothing objectively offensive or racist or anything like that, a client, a Jewish woman, a black Jewish woman should not have to justify the messaging on her.
I mean, I don't really
I don't like
you
this.
exist.
Yeah. Also, I don't think that this Oh, I hate this identity politics shit. Why should anybody? Nobody should be subjected to this. I don't like when we add a black Jewish woman.
No, yeah, exactly, correct.
She should be absolved of all sins and never judged, and she should have been at the front of the line.
Yeah.
Or the back of the bus, depending on which side she leans on.
It was very offensive.
No, it's not offensive, Mersh. Going to our locals and Patreon. Why don't you tell them about it?
Actually, it is kind of offensive if you don't like salty language.
That's true.
Or racial humor. But if you do want to join, do it, because we need your support. RevengeOfTheCis.locals.com, Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. Pick either one. It's only $7 a month, and you get access to all kinds of cool stuff. We got the archive of shows. We've got exclusive content every week for you, movie reviews, our annual orgy. You want to get in on all that by going.
And you don't want to, trust me, you want to be front of the line in that one. It's by date.
You don't want to be the 800th guy in the Lily Phillips gangbang. It's pretty gross. So yeah, sign up and do it now or I'll kill you.
Guys, we'll be right back. Stay where you are.
listeners like you. And from the new film, The Shadows of Seven Heads, the dramatic tale of an Israeli soldier who falls in love with conjoined Palestinian sextuplets. Out soon from Focus Features.
Welcome to Thought. For your thoughts, I'm your host, Derry Merbles, sitting in for Nina Joplin, who is touring the country performing a spoken word opera about pear-shaped women. My guest today is City Council woman Leslie Knope.
It is a pleasure to be back, Derry. Your show last week on dolphin lactation was just riveting radio. Derry, my team and I are trying to build a park. And we need input on the design from you, the citizens of Pawnee. So I guess I'm here to send out the bat signal.
A bat signal, for listeners who might not know, refers to the children's character, the Bat Man, a strong gentleman who fights crime nocturnally.
That's correct. Well put.
Coming up after the break, movie reviews with Ken Tucker, who is filling in for David Bianculli, who is in New York filling in for Ken Tucker. Leslie, would you like to introduce the next segment?
Okay. Now it's time for Jazz plus Jazz equals Jazz. Today we have a recording of Benny Goodman played over a separate recording of Miles Davis.
Research shows that our listeners love jazz.
Second hour. ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. We do appreciate it. And if you're not here, go fuck yourself. You don't hear that anyway. Did you see that our good friend Danny Saint was in an Alex Stein video?
Maybe he's your friend. No, I like that.
He's going to slap you next time he sees you.
He doesn't have the balls.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know what you're seeing is a little different than usual. Today, you're not getting the world's greatest debater, Charlie Kirk. Instead, you're getting the world's greatest libtard debater, Dynasty. I play video games every single day, and Minecraft has taught me how to freaking eat these conservatives for freaking breakfast. So let's get it on. I'm about to change and in bed with these freaks, Project Veritas style. Tap in, baby. Dynasty's about to make it rain pain. In order to embed covertly with these freaks, I brought on my freaking bodyguard. That's right, Danny Saint. Danny.
That's awesome.
Look at fucking Danny.
Give me the outfit change. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on these clothes. Hold this real quick. We gotta kind of block me, man. It's hard to put on these damn shirts. All right. Every libtard looks the same. Blue hairspray.
Such an idiot.
Dynasty.
I mean, you go watch the rest of the video later. I mean, that's pretty much the part Danny was in.
That's the only part Danny was in?
I mean, a little bit more, but not a lot.
I like the Danny stuff. We need more Danny. We need more Danny, Alex.
You know what I want? I want an Alex Stein.
He's the real star.
A Danny Saint video featuring Alex Stein.
You are nothing without Danny Saint.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny Saint made
you.
Alex Stein.
Let's start that. Let's start a beef. Danny Saint made Alex Stein.
Number 2, telling.
Okay, here you go. You're going to love this one, Mersh.
Hi, my name's Kylie, and here are some things that white people say without realizing they're being racist.
No, I realize it.
Oh.
I have a lot of ones.
Moved a lot growing up. Sometimes I was in rural.
Prairie, ice, coconut, all variations of that word.
What if I'm racist and I know I'm racist?
What if I want to be?
Yeah, like what if I have
cool?
racist thoughts daily and I never rebuke them?
I never even considered that I could be wrong.
No, if anything, I'll literally give myself my own self high five mentally.
Yeah.
Like I'll be driving and be like, "You fucking N," and then I'm like, "Yeah, good one. He is an N."
It was diverse urban areas. But
what do the people in the back of the Uber think?
I don't care. They're N's.
Oh, okay.
regardless, here are some things that I've heard. Number 1, coming in hot, we have when a white person.
You think that ever happens? Like if you're an Uber driver and you're driving a black guy and then you get caught off by a black guy, so you scream the N-word and then you just turn around and you're like, I'm sorry, not you.
That's
though.
how I do.
You're cool.
You know what I would do?
It's that fucking guy.
I would do it, and then I would look and go, awkward.
Awkward. So I'm not getting 5 stars, huh?
No.
I don't think
Number 1, coming in hot, we have when a white person is telling a story and they mention the race of the person for no reason.
Coming in hot, something you've never done.
No. Mention the race of the person, like what?
That waitress, and then mention how she was Hispanic as if that somehow has something to do with her character.
No, that's not true. It's to differentiate from maybe the black one or the white one. And also, as a Hispanic, I will tell you the Hispanic waitress are calling you the white something in Spanish.
Yes.
Sure.
And that's if they're being polite.
2, telling a story about someone from a different race and then doing an accent.
Okay, name one time that we've ever done an accent when doing someone else's race. Come on.
2.
We only really do that with Jeets.
No, I do the Asian.
Okay, yeah, the ching
Chong.
chong. So the Jeets and the ching chongs.
The Jeets and the ching chongs, Maya.
Don't do an accent when you talk about another. That's you. That's
yeah.
you. That's what you sound like.
Make the story come to life. Number 3, saying the N-word in rap music or other songs.
Well, that's bullshit. I didn't write the song.
That's
Tell,
not, hold
tell
on,
them to
that's
stop
bullshit.
using the word.
That's bullshit. I will use it. I will use it. Okay? And by the way, I sing. Hold on. I got one for you.
That's still one of the dumbest things we ever did in this country was like make it taboo to sing songs.
Let me tell you something. I sing along, and I do it not on YouTube, obviously, but I do it to this song with my windows down.
Nigga. I don't drink beer, I drink more liquor. Cause I'm a nigga. Motherfucking nigga, man. I ain't all that African American shit.
See, I don't like this song. I don't sing this song. I just live this song.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Because it's going too fast to skip it. Number 4, thinking that their lack of skill when it comes to sports is because they're white and not because, in fact, they are unathletic.
No one thinks that.
Yeah, nobody thinks that. Honestly.
If anything, it's the other way around. Black people will be like, white guy can't play. There was a whole movie about it.
Yeah. You dumb bitch. Are you kidding me? Have you seen the NBA lately? It's White Boy Summer's back, baby. The age of the white boy is back.
Yes, they
You
have
seen
actually.
that fucking Pritchard kid on the Celtics, man? He's hitting half court shots like every game.
Because you can't spell you can't spell fundamentals without fun, Mersh.
Nope.
Said this. I've had a white boy tell me he would have gone to the NBA if he was black.
First of all, who the fuck you talking about, white boy?
Shut the fuck up, you fucking nerd.
Racist bitch.
Number 5, assuming that hearing people in public speaking a different language means they're talking badly about you.
They are if it's at a nail place.
Huh?
They are talking badly about. I would be. In another if I would be talking badly about you in
Also,
Spanish.
isn't assuming everyone's talking about you more a trait of narcissism than it is racism?
You know, this is almost as hurtful as making JD Vance fat.
Mm-hmm.
You. Specifically, nail techs or wait staff, because
Oh
white
my
people
God, that was a joke.
think
That was a
everything is
fucking
about
joke.
them.
She did the thing.
She's so stupid. By the way, they are talking shit. They're not going to admit it to you, okay? Are you aware that Starbucks has a union and they had a walkout today?
I'm sorry. I'm more taken aback by the fact that somebody is referring to them as your union siblings.
Yeah. Yeah. Here.
But it ain't deep enough. Fuck a plate, there you go, beat him up. Falling from a money tree.
Across the country. we
Wow,
stopped
for a
working.
few minutes, huh? That's just called a break.
Fired. All of you are fired.
Feel good, get the fuck out my face.
This is a fucking sucks.
Is bad.
He sucks. He's a fucking weeb.
Another reason why I love Charleston White, because he's like, I don't fuck with no. He's like, I like Drake. Drake be putting out good shit. Oh God, I'm sick of seeing this already.
Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the
So the
tower.
women launched, all women team launched in a rocket that looks like a penis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they still, and you know what? They still curb the rim even though it doesn't have wheels. Isn't that crazy? How did you do that?
It looks like a fucking penis.
That the all-female Blue Origin flight headed
I bet
to
that
space.
Challenger teacher feels silly now.
flights just a few minutes ago. Pop star Katy Perry, along with 5 other passengers.
Why
they are
Katy
on-
Perry?
I don't know, but do you think Gayle King's happy with the photo that they use of her blinking?
Oh God.
Here, look.
Oh God. Imagine if can you guys just for a second imagine if the launch failed and news outlets were showing slow motion footage of the explosion set to Katy Perry's firework?
Yes.
Oh
With
my
5
God,
other
that would have been
passengers.
great. She would have literally become a
They are
firework.
on board. They took off moments ago, and it was from the launch pad.
I speak for the collective because you have been so honest. You've been so vulnerable, and I spoke to your best.
She's so vulnerable, dude.
Oh, Katy Perry's speech was the best.
Yeah, I
she
got
was
it.
the most batshit one.
I think I have it.
And this whole journey, it is the highest high, and it is surrender to the unknown, trust, and this whole journey is not just about going to space. It's the training, it's the team, it's the whole thing. I couldn't recommend this experience more. This is like
Oh yeah,
up there
guys,
with-
listen. If you get a chance, go to space.
Look, if you have the time,
you know what I mean.
take a weekend.
If you guys have $250,000 laying around, go to space. You,
know
can't
what?
beat it.
I summer in space. You don't?
No, you've never been.
You've never been to space, huh? Wow.
Mm.
Okay, I guess some people are poor.
with all the, different.
You get to be like that snotty guy from fucking Elder Scrolls Skyrim. You're like, have you ever been to space?
Yeah.
Oh, who am I kidding? Of course you haven't.
Tools that I've learned in my life, from meditation to the Hoffman
Why did you
process.
ask me that then?
This is up there because what you're doing is you're like really finding the love for yourself.
It's about you. It's all about you and loving yourself. Even in space, a woman can't get over their own self-worth. Their journey of self-worth.
Okay, so this mission was actually was a ruse. Yes, in the vacuum of the space, women are still cunts. So now we know.
Watch this. Watch. Let me show you how a guy will do it. Royce, ask me, how was it going to space?
How was it going to space?
Oh, dude, it was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. I'm hungry.
I would rather hear what Shane. Can you send Shane Gillis to space so we can just hear? Yeah, dude, it was fucking cool. It was pretty sick, dude. We got there. As soon as we get up there, I had to shotgun a Bud Light. Like as soon as we got up there, dude.
Trust in yourself on this journey, and then you're feeling the love when you come down for sure.
I want you guys to send Shane Gillis to space, but not Joe Rogan, so that next time
Yeah,
he's
something
on
to dunk
Rogan,
on
he
him,
can be
Rogan.
like, "Oh yeah, dude, you've never been to space, dude. You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser, homie."
Feeling that strength.
Oh, you have 2 salt tanks, but you've never been to space? That sucks.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, that's a cool salt tank. I've been to space, bro. So that was kind of tight.
So
I took some gummies before I went in there too because I really wanted like fucking party, you know.
Feel really.
He'll start talking shit to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the guy who's like not been to space?
Hi, I'm the
Talking
guy
shit over
who's been
there.
to space. So
Get Douglas Murray in here. Get Douglas Murray's bitch ass in here.
Yeah,
I've
let's
been to
go.
space.
I've been to
I
space.
want to debate him on space.
Spending the money to go to space so you could rub it in Neil deGrasse Tyson's face would be worth it.
But also think about this right now. Thinking back to the Douglas Murray thing. By Douglas Murray's own standards, he would lose a debate on
Yes,
space with Katy
yes,
Perry,
yes, he
who's
would.
an expert. She's been to space, and Douglas Murray is not.
You mean, I'm sorry, from
So
now
when
on.
Douglas Murray says we need to invade the moon, now we can go, hey, get Katy Perry in here.
Here's the thing. So right now, from now on, I'm going to call her space expert, Katy Perry. I'm going to have to call her that. She is the space expert, Katy Perry. Okay, did you see somebody took Douglas Murray and made him debate himself?
No.
Okay, check this out.
That's really funny.
It's actually very funny. Here. Smug prick. Here you go.
Have you been to the crossing points? I really resent that form of argumentation. When were you last there at all?
Sure.
I really resent it. You should at least do the courtesy of visiting it. This is not an attractive invitation. I think it's a good idea to see stuff, particularly if you okay. spend a career talking about something. I have the right to talk about whatever the hell I want. And no one's going to stop me or try to intimidate me. And I think that if I said to somebody else the other way around, it would be equally reprehensible. I have a journalistic rule of trying never to talk about a country even in passing unless I've at least been there. If I said, shut up, you have no right to criticize anything that Douglas Murray says because... Hang on, you're talking about crossing points. And not only have you never been to a crossing point in either Egypt or in Israel, but you've never even been to the region. Okay. It's not an exact comparison, but seriously, is that a reasonable form of argument? No.
This is
in
very
that case,
funny.
Nobody can talk about anything.
Really? Really? Oh, okay. Cool.
We might as well pack up, go home, and isolate ourselves. If you're insisting that you're an expert of some kind, or not claiming you're an expert, but still talking about it, if you've never seen any of this going on. I mean, there are some people who've written about there are people who've written about the Holocaust who didn't experience the Holocaust and have written about it better than people who did.
Oh, okay. Oh, this
fucking guy.
This fucking smug.
You know,
prick.
this is the problem too with becoming one of these debate bros too, is that eventually, if enough time passes, eventually you're going to contradict yourself. And they can always dig this shit up and make you just look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Which is why being a debate bro is gay.
But that is a different matter from spending an awfully long amount of time talking about an
By the way, you
issue.
know what my big takeaway from this was? Because everyone's sucking Dave Smith's dick and being like, oh, yeah, you beat Douglas Murray. And then there's Douglas Murray simps that are like, oh, Dave Smith, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you know what I walked away? I walked away going, wow, everyone in this is a fucking dork.
Yeah.
What a boring room to have been in. Like, I bet you, like, your libertarian podcasters and all these, like, you know, all these fucking sycophants around, you know, these different circles probably would have been like, oh my God, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that room. And I would have been like, bro, if I was in that room, I would be literally leaning into Royce going, I'm fucking bored. Let's get out of here. This is gay.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere else. Let's go somewhere where they have guns or like gambling or boobs.
Did you see this video? Masculinity is not common these days.
It's not right, but it's okay.
So, wait a minute. Can I already?
Go ahead. I wonder if you're going to pick it up what I picked up right away. Go
So
ahead.
you set up a camera.
Yes.
To capture people not helping you. And also nobody has to help you.
So it says
Also,
masculinity is
No,
not
go ahead.
common. Masculinity is not common these days.
ma'am, you're fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna help you.
Not only are you ugly, but I'm not going to help you because I don't want to help you out of the kindness of my heart and hear, I have a boyfriend. And you're like, you just look like you had a lot of stuff.
A handful of passing me without offering help.
Yeah. You know what, ma'am? I've made it a habit in the last few years. I don't help women
Mhm.
at all. You know who I help? Dudes.
Yeah.
When I was taking the cart back the other day at the grocery store, old black guy getting into his car, and he was putting the last of his bags in the car. And I was like, you want me to grab that, dude? Like, I'm on my way over there anyway. And he's like, oh, thanks, man. I help old dudes now and like ugly people because all you bitches like this just, why aren't you helping me? And then when I do help you, you're like, I have a boyfriend, sexual harassment. So you know what? No, old black dudes now. And I go, you want me to grab that shopping cart for you? Have a good day, sir.
There's a shit ton of things I can do on my own. But I shouldn't. What is it? But I shouldn't have to, and I don't want to forever. But this is why I work out and continue to challenge myself.
Hey, how about this? How about get a husband? And then, he can go pick up the mulch.
I have a feeling she probably used to have one. They can't starve you. What if I strive to be more racist? That's the whole reason I watch this show. Genocide Circus. Does she know that basically none of these things are something only white people do? Genocide Circus. Servers only talk about 3 things at work. Food orders, our shitty customers, and an attempt to hook up with our coworkers.
Yes, that's it.
Brando and Heat says, putting annoying celebrities on a rocket. Simpsons did it. They did. All right. Let me see here. I have a couple things. Let's do this one.
A lot of black broads today, mouthing off.
What?
I'm just saying.
I don't mean to keep turning you on, Mersh.
A lot of mouthy black broads today.
It was just the way you said it. I don't know. It got me. It's pretty funny.
Or as he calls them, his type.
Yeah.
Here you go. You're gonna love this.
Here's what you need to know. People are not shopping at Target, and here's what you need to know. People are not shopping at Target for 40 days. The boycott started March 5th and runs till April 13th. So this is like a Target fast for Lent. And
So you think not going for 40... When you go back there in 40 days, you're going to buy the rest of the stuff you didn't buy, and there's going to be a spike in sales the next month. And also, no one's going to do this. I forgot about
Nobody's
that
going to do this.
Nobody's.
I forgot about that part.
Has anyone stuck to a boycott like ever?
No.
fast for Lent. And here's why you need to get behind it. In January, Target rolled back on their DEI initiatives. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Target literally stopped promotion goals for women and people of color. Is that a company that you want to support?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Color. Is that a company that you want to support? Is that a company that you want to stand behind?
Hey, ma'am,
I'm
can I ask you
sorry.
something? Why do blacks and women need quotas?
Because they don't do good as other people.
Why do they need the help?
Don't ask that. Don't ask that.
No, I'm asking.
Don't ask that on YouTube.
Why do you need the
You
help?
can't.
Actually, you can. You just can't answer it.
No, they would say slavery. They would say slavery. They would say Jim Crow laws.
Okay, you were not a slave, nor were you subjected to Jim Crow laws.
They would say they would.
fuck, that was funny.
They would say being farm equipment for a while.
Okay, that was hundreds of years ago. We went to the same middle school.
You went to a black middle school?
I mean, mixed.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
No, for Virginia, you did.
But it's like
Yeah,
that
high
was
school
always
too.
my argument with these people. Well, we got held back. We went to the fucking same high school, bro.
You're right.
You were on our football team.
That's a good point.
What are you talking about? They fucking gave you a scholarship opportunity, and then you got caught with a gun. Like, you know what I mean? What planet are you on?
Is that a company that you want to stand behind? I'm
Yes.
sorry, but it's time to give up Target. These people do not care about you. They
But just for 40 days.
No.
Just
care
for
about their
40
dollars.
days. Well, we
You
can't
need to
hold
take
out
control
forever.
of your dollar
Royce.
and stop shopping.
We
there.
can't go without going into a Target for longer than that. We'll kill ourselves.
That's crazy.
I haven't been
Yeah,
to a
it's-
Target in like 2 years.
I can't remember the last time I went to Target.
Also, if
it's
you're
not
investing,
even. We're gonna boycott Target until they reinstate DEI. It's just 40 days.
Yeah, just 40 days. Just to, kind of send a message.
sell your stocks. The organizer of this boycott is a pastor from Atlanta, and he said that this is a fast for accountability.
Yeah, well, first of all, that's the best advice you've given. If you own any retail stocks, you should probably axe those things.
Also, she said sell your stocks like she's not really sure what they look like.
Guys, let's check out some black people at Target then.
It's cool to be different. You don't gotta do the thing. It's showing love to others.
I know I'm not supposed to like
Oh
what's
no,
happening.
this is obnoxious. But
It's cool to be different. It's true.
I remember the first time I saw this video was on Twitter, and it was one of those racist, like, rage bait accounts. Where it's like, I'm so sick of the blacks. And of course, everybody was looking at that video going, this is obnoxious, disgusting. Like, you don't act like this in public. And like Virgie said, I know I'm supposed to hate it, but the video fucking gets me every time.
Stupid.
Just screaming, you can do anything you want. I don't know why. The fact that it's attached to such a positive message.
Because
don't let nobody hold you back. You can do whatever you want.
You know why?
Don't
because
bring
that would
cereal
have
on a
been just
little
as
Asian
funny. That would have been just as funny if anybody did it.
I know.
Here's POV Mer showing up to a blind date.
I'm not splitting no check. I told him to get simple. I'm not splitting no check because I don't know why.
Oh my God, Angel Reese. She's bitching she don't make enough money. She can't split a check.
I didn't get all this. I got this. No, it don't matter. It's my birthday. I got it paid for. We're not gonna do this birthday. So y'all trying to split the check? Who paying for your shit? I'm paying for my own shit. We need to get simple checks. I'm not splitting no check. I can't wait.
God, I feel so bad for the waiter. Oh God.
This is a nightmare.
I'm paying
I'm not splitting no tip.
We always do that. We don't. I don't always do a fuck thing.
I would. These are situations where I would just pay for the whole bill and just never talk to them again.
Yeah,
Because, like, I don't. It's
I've
not.
had
This is
that.
not worth it to me.
Well, because honestly, it's also you're there, and it's like, what are you going to not tip? Then it's embarrassing for you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, did you? Okay, this is funny.
Peter, I appreciate it.
Look.
Peter, I
Deucey?
appreciate
A bird landed on Deucey.
Appreciate
Oh, that's 7 years. Good luck.
landed on my head. What is going on? Was that a bird? What was that about? I did not like that at all.
Okay, that's pretty
standing
funny.
up now. I mean, you got good hair, though. What is going on?
It's so funny. It's
What
so
is
good.
this?
He's like, it's so dirty. It is dirty. Now, this morning, we were sitting next to each other, and you were like, you have to see this. And it just
Why did this cut to some old lady in L?
I don't
in a
know.
fucking Logitech headset.
I don't.
What
I
is
don't
happening?
know. Okay, I don't know what this is.
Why is Elle playing Simon?
It doesn't look like Elle.
Today, the Senate passed an anti-squatter bill aimed at stopping people from living on property they don't own or rent
Can we
without
execute them now?
permission.
We needed to pass that in Austin.
Fox 7 Austin's Tan Bradford spoke with the author of SB 38, and she joins us.
Mersh.
Yes.
Tara Radford, and she's gonna talk like a white girl too. I could tell.
And she joins us live from the state capitol with the details. Tan.
That's right, Rebecca. Senator
That's right, Rebecca.
Betancourt says squatting has impacted thousands of people and caused thousands of dollars in damage. He says the new legislation
got
will
a
help
list.
speed up the
Got a
eviction
little list.
process.
Oh, but it's cute.
This has been in the works for since last year when Lieutenant Governor Patrick literally told my committee to secure Texas against squatters.
Squatting is a crisis that stretches across the state of Texas and is leading to a stretched out eviction process in civil court. Texas.
Bro, some of these places like LA and shit, like they still have that weird like COVID era, like you can't kick people out laws and
Dude,
shit.
that's nuts.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's honestly like we really do need to make a legal distinction here between squatters and then like actual residents. Because
Correct.
the fact that we're clogging up civil court with squatters should have zero rights, bro.
Dude,
That should be
we saw the places where like they would book long-term Airbnbs and then just claim residency and make them evict them.
Yeah.
Senator Paul Betancourt says the current process punishes rightful property owners while rewarding trespassers.
We found that
It does,
there was
though. It like actually does, though.
much larger number of squatters than anyone realized. Dallas actually had 475 cases ongoing. We found hundreds more in one constable district in Houston. When you add all that up, we're looking at thousands of cases, and the cases are really horrifying.
According to Betancourt, under the new legislation, the landlord must give the tenant at least 5 days written notice to leave the property before filing for eviction. Unless
5 days is
there is a written lease or agreement allowing for a shorter or longer stay. The courts are also required to act within 10 to 21 days of a property owner's filing.
You can't
21
stay in
days.
the home because we have the ability to do a quick eviction process. And we did take an amendment that's already on the House bill by House Pro Tem Joe Moody that also made sure that the tenants in normal contract situations have some rights.
Betancourt says there was a 70% bipartisan support on the bill, but there has been pushback by some lawmakers and
for what?
Organizations that believe it may hurt tenants facing eviction.
Yeah. Yeah. if they're yeah.
Yeah, that was the kind of the goal.
What? Yeah. You don't get to live there for free.
I think we've struck the right balance between the property rights of the owners and the needs of the renters, but to drive out the squatters that are really taking advantage of the fact that
you're all pussies and retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm amazed Texas passed something okay. That don't fucking place are turning blue. All right. Let's do this.
In Fullerton, a deadly crash involving a speeding Tesla. That car ran a red light, hitting a Toyota pickup truck and then plowing into an Orange County Transit Authority bus. This is at the intersection of Orangethorpe Avenue and State College Boulevard. The Tesla driver and the female passenger in that car both died as a result of their
Ooh, not a very safe vehicle.
injuries. 5 bus passengers were taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
Hello. Oh, rape guy.
Rape guy.
Poor guy. Every single time it's going to happen.
I got to imagine that the fucking Teslas probably fold up like fucking accordions.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're like some of the most unsafe cars that are like ever been conceived by humans.
I'm Quinn, and this is my partner, Alex.
I quit my job as a doctor to become my wife's PA. Quinn is a spicy content creator.
I'm so sick of that phrase.
I want to see a spicy content creator. Stop.
Quinn wears the pants in our relationship.
I could tell, man. We could tell, dude.
Yeah.
You quit being a doctor for this?
I'm very bossy, and I have very strong
What
personality.
kind of doctor, though?
It's the Quinn show.
When we met, I was a dancer. And
Dancer. Okay.
Stripper.
Okay.
Got
it. Dancer.
Stripper.
Erotic.
Her nipples are literally
dancer.
popping
Stripper.
out.
And Alex was a doctor. People.
Erotic doctor.
Erotic doc. Spicy doc.
Spicy erotic doctor.
Thought of me as a gold digger. It will never work. She's used to people throwing money at her. One of the hardest reactions that we've ever dealt with was Alex's mum.
There's a lot of work to become
Also,
an adult.
she's not very hot. Like a lot of
No,
bitches.
mid,
a lot of
right?
mid bitches
Yeah,
making money at
exactly,
this.
yeah.
So, for you to kick you to the curb.
For you to kick you to the curb.
I didn't see this as your future. When I met her, actually was the stuff of heart attacks.
The stuff of heart attacks.
Alex does all sorts of things for me. I see him as like my personal problem solver. Like anytime I have a problem,
So
I
that's
tell him.
healthy. That's a healthy dynamic.
That's a good relationship,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. Sometimes when the dog sleeps on the bed, I make him sleep on the floor.
Problem, and he just sorts it out.
Quinn wears the pants in our relationship. At
Oh, what a fucking simp.
It's
the
pathetic.
end of the day,
But sometimes Alex does make more decisions than me.
I think I make a lot of the decisions
Yeah.
with what you want in mind.
Yeah.
We first
Can you
met
stop?
There you go.
when Quinn was working as a dancer in a club in Melbourne.
Oh, no shit.
And Alex was a customer. I met
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, we know. I know how these things work.
so many people
You
through
were
work,
working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
and to be honest, looking back on it, I realized that I was kind of subconsciously looking for someone that I would eventually marry. He was really tall and
There it is. First thing. You hoes.
They love tall.
I know, but it's the first thing. Always.
bizarre.
It's always.
attractive.
We've been together for 7 years, married for 5.
We do get a lot of judgment for our relationship. When we
More like judgment, am I right?
Hey, because tits.
Hey, oh.
met, Alex was a doctor, and a lot of people thought of me as a gold digger. Imagine how many laps she went through before finding her soulmate lap.
That's a good comment.
It will never work. She's used to people throwing money at her.
I never really felt jealous about other men seeing her when she was at work. I knew she was mine.
Lost all his hair from the excitement.
I did lose
Okay,
my
that's
hair
funny.
about a year into our relationship.
Right?
Why serve society as a doctor where you can make bank in a spicy content industry?
That one really says it all. One
No,
of the
that
hardest.
does. It does. It says it about you.
Yeah, not in the way you think.
That's not a poor reflection on the person who left that comment. They have a good, valid point. Wow, you were doing something that helped people.
That
Well, she's doing something to help people come.
we've ever dealt with.
How many doctors will make you come, Mersh?
The whole world will come without this woman. It's fine.
I mean, obviously.
Are they not supposed to?
No, Bessie, stop going to that dentist, dude.
Was actually
Dentist too.
Look. When I'm under, hey.
It's not gay if you're under anesthesia.
Yeah, but you tell them to put you under. You tell them
It's
to
not
put
gay if it's rape.
You tell them to put you under for a cleaning.
It's not gay if it's rape. By the way, it is still gay. Even
That's something Wes Watson would say.
You motherfuckers just don't understand how alpha it is to have gay sex.
It's not gay if it's rape.
Yeah, there's all these fucking haters on the internet saying I got duked in the butt in jail. And I'm here to say it's true.
From Alex's mum, she definitely didn't want us to get married.
Yeah, she's his mother.
You're a whore.
Yeah, she's operating as functioning.
Opinion and belief was based on, me working in the adult industry.
Yeah, being a
and
whore.
I
She didn't want a baby boy with a whore.
that back and I wouldn't
Very
want
simple, right? She just didn't want her baby boy with a whore.
to. I'm actually really proud of my work. in this
Imagine you
industry.
do everything right, raise your kid, they grow up to be a doctor, and they meet some big tittied whore and just turn into like a white collar pimp.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And proud of what I've achieved.
What have you achieved? Orgasm?
Probably.
Made before she even met you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the really hard thing.
There was nothing that could be done to change that. At the end of the day, I'm going to side with her. We're going to call my mum today to have a chat with her about our relationship.
To really break her heart?
I'm nervous about speaking to Alex's mum today.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom, we're doing this reality thing where we're talking about how I quit being a doctor so my wife could stick things in her cunt.
Wait, you what? It's the first time he's telling her.
Oh, God.
Good to see you too, Mom. How are you?
I like your hair.
Thank you.
This is a new color.
Yeah, it's a new color. It's my natural color. Thank you.
Alex has gone back to nature.
By the way, can I just point something out? This shows you how estranged they are, is that the mom doesn't even know she's a brunette by now.
Yeah.
That's usually telling. Oh, like your hair? It's like, yeah, I did this like 6 months ago.
I've got
He was born.
my only option. I think I was born with more hair than this, wasn't I? When you first met Quinn, what were your thoughts and what you were worried about?
Well, but I met her.
I was mostly worried on account of she's a whore. And she's, obviously slept with customers before. You aren't the first, mate.
This is a weird episode of Love on the Spectrum.
Right. Well, I think he is a little on the spectrum.
Was the best thing because before I
And
met
she sticks dildos, and then she sticks butt plugs inside of it, and then she also likes the double dunk dildo inside of it.
her was the stuff.
What's your favorite type of nipple tassel? I like the hangy ones, the dangling ones with the sparkles on them.
I just don't think it's right to womanize somebody because they want to be OnlyFans models.
All right, I'll get a lap dance, but only if you consent to it as well. Because he has no concept that
he
they're
has
just
no
there to
idea.
make money.
Yeah.
But she speaks well,
Hey,
presents well.
hey, do you want a lap dance? Let me just go outside.
Oh,
for a
God.
second.
Oh, my God. Fucking Connor would be a nightmare at a titty bar.
I would love nothing more than to have Connor go to a titty bar.
Unfortunately, there's too many blondes.
Him fucking losing it over the blondes. Guys, you gotta watch. You have to go to our locals or our Patreon to watch our Wednesday shows when we cover Love on the Spectrum. It's so much fun.
It's a hit.
It really is.
The kids love it.
She's intelligent. This was my concerns, really.
I have a PhD, by the
Player hating degree. Got her.
way.
A PhD in what?
Just want to get that out there.
Yeah, the what is very important.
I'm also a doctor.
You
I
can
have
get a PhD in almost anything.
PhD in medical research,
Oh.
which is pretty.
But what
significant,
kind of
but
medical research? That's still vague.
Everybody likes to overlook that and just call me a dancer.
PhD salaries are so terribly low.
Well,
that-
ma'am, can I tell you why they call you a dancer? Because that's how you make your living. All right. I have friends that have master's degrees in English and literature. You know what they are? Fucking bartenders. It's unfortunate, but they can't be like, well, I'm a bartender, but I have my master's in English. It's like, okay, but you're still. How do you pay your rent every month?
That's
from
what you
bartending.
are.
Yeah, that's what you are.
Yeah, but hold on. Wyclef Jean did say just because she danced to go-go, don't make her a hoe. No.
Yeah, well, he was also full of shit and wrong.
And he stole $12 million from Haiti, so he did do some cool things.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, man. People really need to stop this like liberal mindset of like you are what you aspire to be. No, you are whatever you're paying the bills with.
Yeah.
That's what you are. Your dreams are not going to pay the bills.
She generally couldn't afford to live, so she started doing that and then found she actually preferred it to working in a lab and transitioned fully into that career once she finished her PhD.
I didn't see this as your future.
Yeah.
I didn't see a business and success, and then you giving up work and becoming an assistant.
So how did you feel when I told you that I'd stopped working as a doctor altogether?
I mean, you're an intelligent guy. You're super smart, and you wouldn't have taken that decision lightly. So it's fine. I mean, that's your path. That's what you chose to do. There's a lot of work into becoming a doctor, so.
Yeah.
Well, you're both doctors, so it's basically.
Yeah.
She's more doctor than
She's more doctor than me, yeah. I decided to quit my job as a doctor because at a certain point it just didn't make sense anymore. I was
No, what
going to
doesn't
work-
make sense. And maybe I'm fucking crazy here, but
Sure.
what doesn't make sense? Like, you know what makes sense? I'm not a doctor. That makes total sense. Because I didn't spend all the money in 7 or 8 years of my life going to medical school to not be a doctor. What makes no sense is you not being a doctor after spending all that money. Holy shit.
And I know Mersh isn't a doctor because one time in Key West he was wearing a shirt that says, "I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look."
It's my fucking, that's my party shirt.
Dude, and it actually works. In Key West, it actually works.
Not on the type of women you want it to.
But it does,
But it
though.
does work.
But it does work.
It's a lot of 45-year-old biker broads.
Wow, I love your shirt.
Go ahead. And you're like, I regret wearing
It's
this
infected.
shit. It's never college co-eds. But no, I just love this. Could you imagine if there was a time when you got married and Marie didn't have shit for a job. She was just going to college. And you were fucking struggling to just put her through school. She goes to medical school for 8 years and then goes, yeah, I think I'm just going to be a whore instead.
What?
Would you not be full of rage?
Of course.
Or if your child that you helped put through medicals, I would be fucking livid. I'd be like, forget about, fine, if you want to marry a whore, marry a whore. I don't, do what you want to do. But why waste 7 or 8 years of your life?
And working for a wage, and it just wasn't enough to justify the time that I could have been spending helping Quinn. I was basically wasting time and money by going
She
to
really is not that attractive.
work as
She's
a
all
doctor.
right.
So for about 3 years.
If she
Alex-
wasn't a whore, if she was just somebody's like, regular housewife, and
I'd be like, nice.
I'd be like, oh shit, good for you, man. Nice digs.
So for about
Oh, okay.
About 3
Nice Audi,
years,
though.
Alex and I have been running Blue Rose Talent together, which is a management agency that helps spicy content creators.
Oh, we learned about this. We learned
Spicy.
about this. We learned about this.
Yep.
Okay, so these
So you're-
companies,
so
what they
you're
do is
scumbags.
they have Indians and like Filipinos. Remember, it's the Filipinos, right? That run. You pay these agencies. They take like 35%, right? And then they run your OnlyFans, and they you know how you could charge people to chat with you. You're actually chatting with some Filipino person that's like some dude. So a lot of if you run OnlyFans and you're doing those chats, like if they're bigger accounts, you're chatting to some Filipino guy. Just so you know.
There's people here that Alex works for me.
It's so
and
funny the
they-
idea that these guys are getting their dicks rated by Indian men.
Yeah.
they
Oh
assume
yes, my friend. I give that a 7 out of 10.
that I'm like controlling or that I mistreat him or, I've kind of forced him into this.
So Quinn bought me this car for my birthday this year, actually. Top of the line. It's probably the best birthday present I've ever
Can I guess something? You still feel empty though, don't you?
gotten. She definitely spoils me.
I bet
quite
you loved that car for like a couple of hours. And then you realized, oh, man, other people fuck my wife.
often. Before that, I was the primary breadwinner, and suddenly she was like, oh, okay, I've actually got to do this. It's all on me now.
It was a lot more pressure.
You put a lot of work in that, and for you to kick it to the curb. I'm sure you thought about it a lot, so.
I did. So how do you feel about us as a couple now, all these years later?
I think you're strong together. I think you.
Why do we care what the mom
complement each
thinks?
other. I think Quinn.
We need a YouTube video, dude.
I guess.
What do you think?
We could have just watched them fuck.
Yeah,
Instead.
don't send me that. That's for sure. I don't want to see none of that. That's gross.
Her tits are terrible, by the way. Oh, God.
This is short, but you have to hear it.
Future president?
Nobody is calling out the president, Donald Trump. I will.
Nobody's calling him
I'm not
out?
gonna call him names and all of this stuff like stupid folks on the left.
A possible run for president in 2028. So joining me now, Stephen A. Smith. Thank you.
Stephen, it was a joke poll. Stephen, I don't know how to tell you this. That poll, your name was added to it as a joke, and people voted for you as a joke. Like when they named that boat Bodie McBoatface, you're Bodie McBoatface. You're Bodie McBoatface.
I remember Bodie McBoatface.
Yeah.
How long ago
It's a
was
long time ago.
That was innocent internet days. Bodie.
Thank you very much for being here on This Week. So happy to be here. We'll get to your possible political future in a second, but you said when Trump got elected, we should give him a chance. How's it going? I mean, what's your take on where Trump is now at day 80?
What's your first take?
Well, I don't like what I'm seeing, but I'm not surprised. I mean, this whole tariff war situation is utterly ridiculous. I mean, my attitude is that he should have immediately targeted China and not every nation on the planet, for crying out loud, just throwing tariffs at everybody. Ultimately, he dialed that back as we saw.
You're not oh my God, dude. He is like, these people gassed him up.
I'm already speaking to my transition team. We are getting ready to run a serious campaign.
The United States of America
Skip
financially,
Bayless needs to be
economically,
his running mate.
that has been, tinkering towards disaster, and somebody had to do something. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, I can understand the need for tariffs, as Senator Elizabeth Warren has articulated.
It's so obvious.
Articulated. You are such a fucking dumb fuck, Stephen A. Smith. Everyone's laughing at you, and you're not in on the joke. No one actually thinks you could win, dude.
No, I think he's capitalizing on this because I don't know, maybe it's just a feeling of mine, but when's his contract up?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I have a feeling Homeboy's contract's coming up, and he needed a publicity stunt to keep himself hot.
Maybe Howard Stern should run for president again.
Ooh, no, thanks.
Remember Buttman?
Only if I can do it from my studio at my house.
In West Palm.
But in the end, what it comes down to is that it does seem to be a bit haphazard, right? And it seemed geared towards large businesses when we...
You have no idea. You have no idea how politics work, dude. And I'm not pretending like we're geniuses about it, but I'm also not going to run for president.
We all know small businesses is what makes this country thrive. And I don't see
you do
him
all right as
targeting that
president.
nearly
It's
enough.
not like they do anything anyways.
That's a good point.
You'd be fine.
I mean, this is one thing he's been consistent on forever. He's been saying America gets ripped off in trade. He's been an advocate of tariffs, even before he was an advocate of, stopping immigration. What about this idea that we can bring back American manufacturing
I think that's utterly ridiculous. I think that's stupid.
Tariffs. I mean, is that realistic? Is it plausible?
Well, listen, there are better minds than me that can answer that question.
Then why would you want to be president?
why are you
Then why are you running for president? If you can't answer a simple question about a tariff.
Yeah, that's not something I'm qualified to talk about.
Does LeBron have 2 more years in him? Now that he could talk about.
Can't see that happening. I think they've said that we've lost over 5 million
Also,
manufacturers.
Royce, to answer your question, no.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't. Okay. He has had, this last season has been.
Yeah, he's not. He should probably finish.
Yeah.
Jobs over the last 20 plus years or so. I don't know if that's coming back, particularly with the age of AI, Chat GPT, and other things coming into the forefront. I just can't see that happening. But again, if that's the song that you want to sing to the American public, to the constituency out.
A fucking asshole. Manufacturing AI doesn't really matter as much as you think. You still need people for that.
And guess what? The robots are going to take the jobs. So somebody's going to have to fix the robots.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Who's gonna fix the other robots? I just thought about that. Other robots.
Okay, but eventually there will be a robot. Somebody has
That'll
to.
be a robot. Any robot, it'll be another robot.
Somebody's got to make. Somebody's got to make new robots.
Guys, it'll be robots that make. Hold on, Mersh. Here's the thing about robots; they'll just make more robots. Has somebody watched the movie Terminator 2: Back in the Habit? Because somebody hasn't. You don't know how this goes.
And you know how those robots, you know how they reproduce, right? They molest straight robots.
I think you're confusing robots with another marginalized group. Bersh, you doing Nightwave?
I will be there tonight at 10 p.m. for Nightwave.
Sorry. Virgie, you streaming tonight? I don't care.
Oh!
What
Pessy, you streaming tonight, Virgie?
Yeah. Oh,
Pessy?
yeah.
Pessy, you
Virgie's streaming. Yes, Virgie's streaming.
Okay, Virgie, is
Thank
Pessy
you,
streaming?
Pessy is absolutely streaming.
Okay, cool. Mersh is not live tonight.
I am live, 10 o'clock tonight.
Daywave tomorrow, though.
Not
going to
be live tonight or tomorrow.
And he said, you know what? He doesn't need no money. No donations tonight either.
Yeah, dude.
He called it No Dono Mondays.
Don't do that to me. Trust me, you don't have to tell these people not to donate lately.
Yeah, I'm on the internet too, Mersh. I'm very aware.
Bye, homos.
Talking to you, Virgie.